So just this, look at it like in a computer programming language, like an executable is the command executable, right? In the Bible, it's in the end days, I will show you these signs. When you observe these signs, know the time is not yet near. Don't become deceived. Now, there's nothing wrong with this passage, but depending on where you are, you might be okay just to recognize if you have been deceived, because you're being tested. You're being tested to see if you will be true. I can't test someone to see if they're true until, certain things pass. Like, they come to age. They get the crown chakra. You know what I mean? You have to be past the throat chakra before I can judge your crown chakra. So that is not until you're like 47 years old. You can't judge a man's heart before he's 21. That's cruel and unusual. You're putting an indoctrination, you're putting a stipulation clause that wasn't on you to be had by someone progenitally, like afterwards, right? Those are your, not progenitors. They inherit. Like a legacy or something. Like they inherit your vocation or your knowledge or inherit anything that it's like you give them. Some of those things that we can give them, sometimes we think is valuable, is not. Because we can't recognize scholarship without a word ceremony. And you can't even think how scholarship arrives, because little babies and children bring scholarship and they don't know anything and they can't even talk. But if they're the new energies that, so we're calling energies to solve crises and problems in society, anything that isn't the answer will tell you, like, that's wrong. That's not what we're doing. It isn't compatible or whatever. But we still have problems and we still have issues in society, so we still have to call these new energies. But that scholarship, we can't know what that is. There's more. So how does it help you to know that there's more that you don't know than that you do know? You have to let it help you, because it can't exist to you for you to look it up, for it to work for you, for you to study it, for it to become something that you should look into. Like, you have to first know about it. So you can't be like, I can't hold you accountable, because, you know what I'm saying, I can only hold accountable those who have been brought up to speed on what's going on, because they can know about it. It's like what was I getting to? I was getting to something. It's not the end all be. I know these videos are not an end all be all, It's like a like something you put over rice to make it easier to swallow the rice, because rice is clumpy and sticky, so you got to put some kind of dressing or some kind of something on top of it. It makes it easier. It's not the thing that, it's not what inspired you to replenish yourself. You have to do that anyway. It's just something that goes along to make it easier. It doesn't accomplish all on its own. to watch videos about like different smart people thinking about things that like you probably should maybe focus on or be aware of. Like other people can shed light on shit. That's the same thing as imagining there's more that I don't know than I do know. But then when you look at it, it flips, because a lot of this shit that's important is shit that is innate, that you already know, and it has to be addressed by the simplest terms. And so you'd be surprised that you can actually convey without being like a poet from the 1700s or something like that. I mean, that is like, if I started talking like a poet from the 1700s today, besides the novelty of just being amused by the fact that you can, I would think that you were purposely trying not to relate. But the words you say, they might be the best words ever. And you might be able to relate to them, but you might be suspicious also at the same time. Why are you talking like 17th century, Unless I'm at the Renaissance Fair or something, because everything now is its appropriate time and place and venue thing. I might know about Jack the Ripper, who's like somebody who's like getting away with shit. I might know about some shit that's evil. Oh my God, they're killing people right now. But as far as a platform, like, if there's anything else you can do to stop the killing, right? It's not telling another channel to shed light on your issue. Like, I don't know why you haven't talked about this, unless you're like, there's some examples that are different. Like, Seti Nash should probably make a video about Beizhu and weigh in on that. Even though he could be making videos about anything else, like right now you're supposed to, because you're King A47's Uskun Poon, you're his right-hand man. You're supposed to be a guy right now and weigh in instead of acting like that's oblivious. Because you could still be clout chasing. I thought you were homies. I thought you were friends. Or you're gonna turn into, like, I'm starting to see why you still get along with Poetic Flacco. I'm starting to see why you like DJ Academics, because you're waiting for them. You think that they're going to put you on. Fucking put on. Right now, just go do the thing that's savage that nobody, because it's impressive. It doesn't do you any good, and it's not motivated superficially to do it. It's like a sacrifice. A lot of us have fell out of touch with the meaning of what a sacrifice is. If this nigga could do this one thing, then a lot of us could kind of have no choice but to be forced to recognize what the meaning of a sacrifice is. Because you couldn't look at it in the era of clout chasing, because people don't operate the same or something like this. But okay, that's one exemption. That's different, right? But I can't tell, like, the Crucible to interview Praise of Folly, because I think they're a genius and they just need to meet, and they'll have such great conversations. So the great conversations in my mind that I think that they're gonna have, they don't have to rush to do it. It might not even be in there. Like, it might not even work out for them the way I think it's gonna work out. So, like, when Praise of Folly put a post that said, "Who do you think I should talk to, interview, speak to? What kind of topics do you want to see? Out of this and that." But the people that I think that you should interview and talk about, they didn't put out the same call for it, And those channels that say, pass this video, show it to a friend, make sure you share, like, subscribe, add, all these things. Anybody who's anybody who's sharing all of those videos with their friends, anybody who's like spreading these videos around, they're gonna get really tired. Like, it might be a fine, perfectly noble act, but you're gonna be like, I just did this like an hour ago. I just did this 5 minutes ago. I did that last Tuesday. I did that 3 times this week. I did that 7 times this week. I don't see the efficability. I don't see the efficability of doing this anymore. Does not mean that you're in an echo chamber. I'm not going to pick on your idiosyncrasies. You should just keep doing everything the same way that you are doing. But I can't share, like, subscribe, and pass your video off to someone else. It would be a full-time job. It would be like a really full-time job.